We are looking where the first official Chewton swimming pool was located, built in the late 1920s. This site is behind what is now known as the Chewton Fire Station, which is built on the old tennis court site. This pool was more or less an oblong dirt dam, filled with water from the water channel and piped across the creek in a 6-inch pipe. Two weatherboard chain sheds were on the eastern side up against the tennis court fence. On the western side were these sand dumps of the Francis Ormond Mine Battery, now levelled out. These sand dumps were a popular place for sand tunnels, sand baths and anything else that the mine likes to think of. Also across the track at the Poplars, on the eastern side of Dawes Garage, was a large mine dam, said to be bottomless, so as to keep the young children out. This was used for swimming, as it was very clear water, and was a popular fishing spot with redfin in it. The school pine plantation bordered this dam along the highway, and was planted in the 1920s. Back here at the pool, at the far end, was a diving board. This consisted of a large Oregon plank suspended across 2 posts put in the ground. Here I am standing in the bottom end of the swimming pool to tell you a little story about one of the head teachers named Sydney McPherson Willis, fondly known as Pop. Pop was a great swimmer and always took the swimming lessons for the young children at the school. One day he came down here, went to the change room, got changed, automatically put his hat on, walked over to the board, everybody thinking that he was going to put the hat on one of the poles near the diving board. Instead of that, he ran along the board and jumped in. To great delight of all the kids, his hat just floated on top of the water. This reminds me of me school days, one tombola rally that we found in the bottom of the swimming pool, of which we intend to leave there. In 1945, Chewton people started to raise money for the new pool to be built in the Memorial Park. This photo is of the pool committee with reporter and shire president at the first site. The bulldozer sank, so the site was shifted to the present one. Here we have a photo of the First Lady Swimming Pool Committee. Also one of the Men's Swimming Pool Committee. These committees were responsible for the running of the pool. This photo is of the Chewton Swimming Pool Youth Club, August 1969, on a trip at Warburton. Once again, I have refrained from naming individual people, as this building and money raising for the pool was a tremendous town effort by everybody. Of the fundraising, one particular night we ran a boxing night in the old Rechabite church, originally Jubilee Primitive Methodist Church, raising something like £49 or $89 for the Ugly Man competition between Bill Benbow, Sid Binns and Jack Cracknell. All told, something like £1,700 or $3,400 was raised with these nights, but a grant could not be obtained. The council used the money at good interest until the grant was available. It was found that more money was needed, so on the 9th of October 1957, Councillor Ian McRae, the Shire President, launched a pool appeal. A lot of door knocking was done and the townspeople responded with monthly contributions. Frank Miller, a Castlemaine builder, was the contractor. After the pool was started, it was stopped when the government loan was unavailable. but it was restarted late 1958 and was officially opened on the 13th of December 1959 by the Right Honourable Clive Stoneham, MLA. The surrounds and fencing were carried out by locals having working bees. The late Bill Maltby was responsible for the concrete paths, the lawns and the seating, with the occasional help from volunteers. On opening day, Max Cole, a Wattle Gully miner, stole the show. Dressed in a woman's dress and hat, he dived into the pool just as Clive Stoneham announced the pool opened, much to the disappointment of many locals. There has since been many good workers keeping the pool going over the years. This being near the end of the 1988 swimming season, it is good to see the children and adults of Chewton enjoying themselves at this pool.
I'm Sally Morgan and this is most of the current swimming pool committee. As you can see, there are not many of us, but nonetheless we do a pretty good job in keeping the pool in order for the locals. This year has been a particularly good swimming season with many very good reports on the excellent condition of the pool, thanks to our manager, Norma Lynch. We have established a good kiosk to serve the swimmers, and it is also a good source of revenue for us. We have been promised a new intermediate pool by the Shire, which will be a great boon to us if we get it, and we've got plans for more improvements before next season. As you can see, we were nearly burnt out a few days ago, on Wednesday the 13th of April 1988, when a fire swept through about 50 hectares of land at Chewton. It's now March 91. 3 years have passed, and as promised we have got our intermediate pool, which has been operating for 2 seasons now and is very popular with our younger swimmers.